in, and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Oh, Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score!
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is just 15 of before kickoff here from Pierce Memorial Field in East Providence, Rhode Island. You're watching Fans Only Sports Network's live coverage between the East Providence Townies and the Salle Academy Rams. Before we get started into all of our pregame festivities, I want to give everybody a nice happy Thanksgiving call right here from our Fans Only Sports Network family to yours. You're joined in the broadcast booth today by Tim Duffy and Chris Hetu, calling tonight's game. Tim, a happy Thanksgiving to you. And
yes, sir. Happy Thanksgiving, Chet. You know, it's a great day to have a lot of family love in East Providence saving their senior day, senior night, for the best day for family, man. It's Thanksgiving. Got a little pregame celebration here to commemorate the seniors and their last game here at Pierce Memorial Field.
And what a way to go out on Thanksgiving to have your senior night ceremonies and such. Big congratulations to these East Providence Townies players that they're still continuing to announce. But Tim, something that we have to mention here on Fans Only Sports Network, you know, with Thanksgiving, we love the turkey, we love the stuffing, we love the family, but most importantly, football.
We love football. You know, got 3 really good games today in the NFL, but this game, great way to give us a
Also a trio of games here on Fans Only Sports.
Also a trio of games as well. You can check out our games, other games on the YouTube channel. They're all public for the free today, for free today, and it's gonna be a good morning, good way to start off the day. You know, we are Dunkin', we got our coffee, we got our water bottles, our hot chocolate, etc. We're gonna have a good day. Have a good day. This is definitely the warm up for what's gonna be a great day, great Thanksgiving up ahead.
Absolutely, absolutely. 3 games on the slate, as we said. You got this one, East Providence Townies hosting the LaSalle Rams. Then you also got West Warwick going to Coventry to play the Okers. And then also you got the City Cup between Cranston West and Cranston East at Cranston Stadium. Those are our 3 games today right here on Fans Only Sports Network. And for all of you fans who are interested in watching more live stream high school sports, Mount Academy hockey, semi-professional, or college club sports, go to fansonlysports.com. That's sports with a Z at the end. And make sure to get your live stream passes coming up for this year's hockey season. Should be the biggest year we've had yet here on the network. You can go there and get your season passes or your single game passes right here on Fans Only Sports Network. We're just finishing up the announcements here.
And number 42, Jacob Poor. Escorted by his mom, Madeline.
The last of these seniors.
His brother Matthew and his aunt Helen.
And Tim, even though you didn't really have the privilege of being a senior on a football team, what do you think the feeling is for these kids here today?
You know what? I think the feeling is definitely going to be sentimental. Definitely the last time these guys are going to come out, these seniors on this field, and you know, probably in their football careers. And you know, want to have a safe, fun game. Don't want to see any injuries today. Saw one last night in the Providence City Cup, which was really scary. So hopefully for these guys today, we have a nice, clean game, have a lot of fun doing it. But I think the goal is for these guys just to have a lot of fun, just go out on top. So.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I mean, I think sentimental is a good word for that, because I feel like athletes are definitely some of the most sentimental people on this planet. From like just people I've met in life, I gotta say, athletes, especially high school athletes, have a lot to look back on and be thankful for, especially on a day like this.
Sure do.
All right, so that wraps up our seniors, and you can see the Townies there going in and celebrating their teammates' final game here in East Providence at Pierce Memorial Field. You're watching Fans Only Sports Network's live coverage today of the East Providence Townies hosting the Super Bowl champions of Division I football, the LaSalle Academy Rams. We're going to take a quick commercial break and be right back for the playing of our national anthem and then the start of this one. You're watching Fans Only Sports Network. The ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score!
Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
The ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Just back for a moment, as you can see the Townies live marching band, flag team are all out there. Some opening Thanksgiving ceremonies.
You know what, Chet, as they should. You know, last time a lot of these marching band members are going to come out here to put on a show for the home team and away team fans. And I love it. I love every second of it, man. I wonder what they're going to play besides the national anthem. Probably just that, but we'll see. I gotta brush my teeth.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Your breath's, well, at least the audience will be able to smell your horrid breath, like I will.
Yep. Hopefully this chocolate chip pumpkin bread from our sweet Caroline clears up my breath a little bit.
Yeah, camera operator Caroline Niehoff up here in the press box today. Definitely going to have to give a grade on that bread at halftime. I think we're gonna. That's what we'll have to do when we come back. We'll save the bread for half and then come back with our rating on it.
All I'll say is that it's bussin' right now.
It better be bussin'. I'll tell you that. It better have a bussin' 10 out of 10, or else I don't know, man. I might just have to chuck it right at the field.
You might just have to litter on the field. Have the,
No, we would never do
have
that.
the birds eat it, you know. All jokes. All jokes.
All jokes.
Great. I love this. East Providence, they want to come out as a team. This is the first time I was here this season against St. Ray's in an upset victory. Here we go. This is going to be dope. Oh, never mind. They're going as a team.
Yeah, they're doing starting lineups. Yusuf Abdullah, this was a guy who caught a deep 40-yard pass and had actually 2 touchdowns in the game that I covered when he was playing East Greenwich.
Stephen Clark, watch out for him. He's a freight train in the backfield. 3 tutties the first time I saw him this season. Definitely going to get a lot of touches today against that scary LaSalle D-line.
Oh, yeah. LaSalle's front 7 proved to be very formidable throughout most of the season and even in the postseason. In fact, we did see them hold the Skippers to just under 50 yards rushing in that one.
Yeah, I think it was about 30 yards in that game. You know, that was a very great game we had the other week, NK and LaSalle. In that semifinal matchup, and LaSalle's D, they really stepped up when they needed to. The game-stealing interception, and ultimately won the championship against Hendricken last week, 38-23. So,
and the first time since 2017 that LaSalle finally got to take home the state championship in Division I football. Definitely a big win for them. And today, for a lot of their seniors, this is their final game as well. And definitely our caps off to them after an amazing season, capped off by a championship win. And we're just about ready to go. I'd assume we have national anthem time coming in just a moment. And now we'll take a moment to honor America for the playing of our national anthem.
The County Marching Band for our national anthem.
And once again, ladies and gentlemen, Chris Hetu and Tim Duffy calling the plays today here from Pierce Memorial Field here in East Providence, Rhode Island. Of course, you can see our names down there, Chet Hetu and Bo Duffy. Definitely.
Little nicknames. I forgot to change them.
A little nicknames, absolutely.
Yeah. This game should be a lot of fun, so we're gonna have some fun with it, too.
Absolutely.
Getting a little informal.
Before we get into today's game today's game action, I should say, let's hear the word from today's game sponsors. If we have any, and Piers,
we do. The button was being cheeky last night. Smooth down a little bit.
There we go. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by The Local in East Providence, Rhode Island. Shamrock Home Loans. Go to shamrockhomeloans.com. By MLC.
So we got to figure out what MLC is. I was doing it yesterday.
By Perino Properties. Mention in Fans Only Sports and get $500 in credit towards buying or selling your home. And those are today's game sponsors right here from East Providence, Rhode Island.
And we have a lot of great sponsors. The Local, that one being in East Providence at 978 Waterman Ave. But we're gonna have different sponsors for every game. It's gonna be pretty awesome. We're excited. Coin toss. Let's see who's gonna win this one. What do they want to do with it? I think LaSalle wants the ball. Got Verrecchione and Lassiter out there for LaSalle. You know, we interviewed them the other week after their semifinal victory.
Mm-hmm.
Two difference makers on this LaSalle team. Two big reasons why they're state champs.
And who knows, maybe there's potential, Duff. We might have to reach out and get them on Unapologetic.
We might have to, yeah.
I think we'll have to next week. That's definitely going to have to be something on the ticker. If you're interested in hearing me and Duffy's hot takes on the NFL or any other, or even high school sports in general, go to Unapologetic with Chet and Duffy. Go to fansonlysports.com first, sports with a Z, and you'll see all our live stream podcasts on there, Unapologetic, the top played podcast on Fans Only Sports. And then go check us out and subscribe at Unapologetic with Chet and Duffy on YouTube so you never miss a live stream after it's recorded.
Amen. Amen to that. Shout out to our 8 viewers right now. We're having 11 actually, having a lot of fun. This game's ready to get underway. Let's have a ball, Chet. Happy Thanksgiving, my friend.
Happy Thanksgiving, Tim. Definitely excited to get underway. The Townies will kick off, and getting set for the kick is number 2, Jacob Duarte. And waiting back deep for the LaSalle Rams, Justin Denson and Chase Govan.
Jacob Duarte kicking off for the Townies. Back deep for the Rams, Chase Galvin
And Justin Denson. And
All
Duarte
right.
will send this one downfield. We are underway from Pierce Memorial Field. Denson to take it towards the center, and it'll be brought down just past the 20 to about the 23-yard line. And that is where the Rams will start their first possession.
It's a great tackle right there. As Denson, we know him. He's slippery, can reverse field left and right. We saw him have a nice catch on the sideline on our instant replay last week that didn't count in the game, but Oh, that's a good tackle right there. Sets up LaSalle at the 23.
So this year's reigning state champs will get set for their first possession. Verrecchione in the shotgun. He's going to hand it off, or instead play action over to Denson. And Denson, met like he was on his return, he will be tackled behind the line for about a loss of 3 or 4. They might give him more than that. And that'll bring up second down and long.
It's a big loss. It didn't even seem like that big of a loss at first, but this one brings it back to about the 18. It's going to be a loss of about 6 on the play. Jeez.
Yes. Verrecchione in the shotgun. Takes the snap, and a flag is thrown on the play. And that's to get rid of it.
Rams are already moving backwards, and, you know, typically
Verrecchione looks to the left side, has the pass off behind the line. They'll take it upfield towards the side, and that'll be Chase Govan shoved out of bounds after a gain of about 4 or 5, and that'll bring up third down.
it's going to be third and a lot still, and, you know, Govan on this, they keep trying to go back to the screen, the Rams, and you know, another example there of it not really working, but they're able to make it a much more manageable third down as opposed to third and 20. Well, third and 15 now.
So third and 15. Duo set on either side. Verrecchione, high snap. He'll step back, throws it right away to Lassiter. James L. Lassiter has the first down and more, a lot of space. He's going to beat everyone by and take it all the way up the sideline for a Rams touchdown.
That's what James L. can do, baby, on third and a million. Just taking the quick little throw, and it was all speed. It was a foot race, and he wins that one.
That entire right side playing in a zone. 2 spread out for Lassiter as he caught a slant 5 yards past the line of scrimmage, and he just did the rest with his legs right there.
And it was a great job by East Providence to, you know, get it to third and long. Salle doesn't really face that too much. Had a chance to make a stop there. Had a lot of red jerseys there in the area, but James L. Lassiter just too slippery, too much speed. Gets free, gets 6.
So Ryan Bacon to hold for Maxwell Wallace. Wallace set for the PAT. And the snap low, but the kick is up and right down Broadway. It is good. 7-0 your score with 10:02 remaining in the first. Only 1 set of downs for the Rams, and they get a touchdown right out of it.
Sure do, and didn't really come too difficultly when you get the ball in James L. Lassiter's hands, but tough break for East Providence at home. And you get the defending champs at third down and long, try to get a quick 3 and out, and then Lassiter's sucking the soul out of this East Providence defense with that catch and run. He's a great player, amazing play, really good kid too. And, you know, gets it right there, so good job for James L.
Took it to the house, an 82-yard return, well, not return, I should say, 82-yard reception. And he puts the Rams up first. So Wallace getting set to send the ball back to the Townies. And set back. Trey Resendiz and crew. So the kick heads back, and it will be returned from there. Past the 30 and brought down just before the 35 was Maddox Pacheco.
See Pacheco, the freshman, getting some good play on action. Had a good tackle on that first down last possession. Now doing some special teams work right there. But let's see how East Providence responds. You know, they're a very run-heavy team with Yusuf Abdul and especially Stephen Clark.
And from what we've seen with Yusuf Abdullah, he's a dual threat type of guy. He's a guy who can spread out wide and also take it from the tailback.
Now he's lining up on the line right here. On
Maxwell Whiting under center. And a man in motion and flag thrown. And it looks like it's encroachment by the defense. So gift of 5 yards for the Townies. Now make it 1st and 5.
I didn't even realize, but good 3 yards for the Townies. Like I said, LaSalle is a very disciplined team. Don't get flagged all too much in the games that we've seen them this year. But a tough one right off the bat. 2 already in this first couple minutes for the Rams.
So now 1st and 5. Man in motion. That's Evan Johnson. Whiting, he's going to give it to Johnson. Johnson with some space, and it looks like he got tripped up before the play could really take off. And wasn't touched, but he'll lose about 1, bringing up 2nd and 6.
And yeah, you saw it. Tamalo Lodi coming off the edge. He's going to get brought down anyways, probably, right? The shoelaces. But interesting first play for the Townies. We'll end around, and I'm sure we'll see it again soon.
It's their bread and butter is those end-around plays. So Whiting getting under center again. And gives it to the fullback. No, he'll keep it. Taking it to the right. And he'll be thrown down.
Ooh, no flag.
And a flag, as he did manage to pick up the 1st down.
That was a great fake from Whiting. I really thought Stephen Clark had that right up the middle. But let's see. This might add more yards to it. It will.
So face mask penalty called against the Rams. And that'll make it an automatic 1st down regardless. To add that on to the previous play.
I just pressed the touchdown by accident. Sorry, viewers. It's just a 1st down. Well, that's the first down of the game for the Townies. Get some little extra yardage, too. Must feel good against a team like the Rams, already in their territory after 3 plays.
15-yard penalty on top of the face mask call. Whiting gives it to the tailback. This is Abdullah. Abdullah to the sideline, and he's out of bounds at about the 20. That's good enough for another Townies 1st down.
Yusuf Abdullah, we talked about him. He's so versatile, he can do it all on the ground and in the pass game. And right there, finds the hole on the left side. And East Providence, their line looking good on this first possession so far. It's good for that's good for 20 yards right there.
Absolutely. The 20-yard carry by Yusuf Abdullah moves the chains and puts the Townies in a much more respective real estate and a chance to tie this thing up.
And against the Rams, they don't allow a lot of 20-yard big chunk plays, and right there.
So 1st and 10 from the 20. Man in motion. That's Abdullah. And another flag thrown. And this one's going to be defensive encroachment again. They're getting them with these little motion plays right here. And the Rams are giving up 3 yards. 3 penalties on this drive alone.
Rams, a severe case of the championship hangover right now. I mean, this is already 4 penalties. We're not even 4 minutes into the game. 3 on this drive defensively.
Whiting getting set under center. As the man in motion, that's Johnson. And the hand of the fullback up the gut.
Stephen
Like
Clark.
he might gain enough.
It's going to be close.
Now, Stephen Clark, as Duffy just mentioned, that is good enough for another Townies 1st. So that'll bring up 1st and goal.
And it is. It's 1st and goal to go.
10 more yards till pay dirt. Whiting, man in motion, gives it to Abdullah. Shakes off 1 tackle, and he'll be eventually thrown down by a duo of Rams behind the line of scrimmage.
That play didn't really have a chance. Got a lot of big guys on that side of the line. And Abdullah just brought down for a big loss right there, but good play right now for the Townies. Moving the ball really well, but you can't get too predictable. I like when they go right up the middle because Stephen Clark's a big fella. He can really make some magic happen right up the middle in that zero gap.
So Trey Resendez checking into the game here. Splits out wide to the right. And they'll redirect him. Whiting. He's going to play action here. Scrambling out to the right. Has the man. And he's across the goal line for the touchdown. Stephen Clark brings it in for the Townies to knot things up.
Stephen Clark is the guy who led the team in touchdowns this season, and right there, getting his team on the board, a quick 6 for the Townies. And what a drive it was to open things up for East Providence. Clark, got the first pass of the entire drive. They saved it for that 2nd and goal, and it was a great setup off the play action. Designed bootleg and lowering the shoulder. Good 6 right there for East Providence.
And they had some help on penalties, but they managed to get through for pay dirt. So Jacob Duarte getting set for the kick. Evan Johnson, the holder. And the snap. Perfect, and the kick is blocked. So what could have led to be a tied game will be stopped dead in its tracks. Score sits at 7-6 with 7:47 left to go in quarter number 1. Both offenses have scored. The Rams lead by 1 after this block PAT.
Yeah, that never really had a chance, unfortunately. Herlin Perry right off the edge, getting the block. And great defensive play on special teams for the Rams.
So the Rams making the special teams play they needed to. And they keep the lead. Duarte getting set to send this ball back. Salle with Denson and Govan waiting back deep. And the kick was over the top, and it will be returned by Justin Denson once again. With a key block from Govan. He's going to go back the other way, back towards the far side. Multiple flags thrown on the field as he scampers through past midfield to the 45. 3 flags all over the place. So
laundry everywhere, Chet. And it looked too good to be true on that return. Good setup, but this one's going to come back for sure.
And it looks like it will be for a hold. So the Rams will start things back off. Probably just about the 20-yard line. So we could be in, potentially, Duffy, for quite a shootout, potentially, if both offenses are able to have their way with these defenses. So it was an illegal block in the back that was called. And the ball spotted at about the 17-yard line. Or they'll start from the 15. Rams getting set. Brecchioni is calling to the sideline. Had to get their extra tackle in there. And Brecchioni, blitz coming. Pass over to Denson. Denson cuts back inside towards the middle. And he'll be thrown down just before the 20 at about the 19.
Justin Denson, man, he's slippery. Making some moves there, but to no avail. Only picking up about a couple yards on that play.
So I'll bring up 2nd and 7 after the 3-yard reception. Brady Fisher splitting out wide to the far side. Denson on the near side, split out wide. They send a man in motion. It's Tyler Simon. Handoff this time to Lassiter. Lassiter using that strength to power forward for a gain of about 4. And he'll be stopped about a yard or 2 shy of the first down marker to bring up 3rd down.
Yeah, what a great job keeping the balance, going for extra yards. That is 2 words right there. Weight room for Lassiter, shedding off a tackler and making a much more manageable 3rd and 1 right here for the LaSalle Rams.
3rd and 1. Jared Gibbons set as the tailback next to Verrecchione, and he gives it to Gibbons. Gibbons shedding through as he was grabbed by his jersey, but met by a corral of Townies. And they'll tackle him behind the line of scrimmage. 4th down.
What a tackle by a couple of Townie defenders there, coming off the edge. There's Roach and Akora on the stop, and 3rd and 1, now becoming 4th. Oh, it's 2nd?
2nd.
I was going to say. The
Yeah.
sticks say second down, but
Yeah,
it's,
the guy with the sticks isn't paying
this is a
attention
fourth
here.
down and 4 right here for
So the Rams elect to go for it on 4th and 5. They'll send Simon in motion. Recchioni, the pass off to Fisher. Fisher has the first down and more. Brady Fisher still powering for as he takes it over to the sideline and tackled out of bounds at about the 45.
It's very big, you know, tight end Gronkowski energy right there. Will not go down. Fisher moving the legs, keeping it going for a big gain.
12 to 88, should be 12 to 87, but we'll take it.
We'll take it. And then we talked to Dean Recchioni after last game against North Kingston 2 games ago.
Yeah.
Said he wears 12 because his quarterback role model is Tom Brady, and also his mom's birthday.
Yeah, big shout out to his mom.
Good guy, keeping a good balance of family and football life.
Absolutely. Family and football. That's what Thanksgiving is all about here.
The 2 F's and food, obviously, you know.
Recchioni to the side. He's got Lassiter. Lassiter, he's going to tumble forward. That's enough for another Rams first down.
It's Lassiter again, I mean, just stumbling, falling forward again, the first down. And Rams just moving this with ease. They keep going those short curl routes, short screen passes, and you know, if East Providence might want to play more up on those defenders if you think you can't get burned by them going deep.
Lassiter already has a touchdown on this one, or he has over 100 yards receiving. The handoff to Gibbons. Takes it to the right. Gibbons powers forward. He'll gain about 3 or 4. We'll give him 3, and that'll bring up second down.
Gibbons, I actually was friends with his brother back in the day because he was friends with my sister.
No way.
Jared, this one's Jared, right?
Yeah, Jared
I
Gibbons.
forget his brother's name. It was also Jay. I think it was Josh. Yeah, Joshua Gibbons.
Okay.
He was like 5'2". He's a beast. He was on this team
The 2
last year.
J's.
Yeah, he's a stud. Nice kid, too.
Gibbons set off to the left of Recchioni in the tailback. Stepping back. Quick pass to the side. He's got Denson. Denson caught the ball at about the 40, so he gains 3. That'll bring up third and about 5. Or they'll actually give him a little bit more, so looks like
About 3rd and 4.
about 3rd and 4 after a couple.
That's already 3 catches for Denson. I don't think he has more than 15 yards. But East Providence, they've done a good job.
Hey, he's getting those PPR points.
He's getting those PPR points. East Providence has done a good job of kind of locking up what he wants to do. That's wiggle around and try to find open lane, and East Providence have none of it. I think Denson just kind of use his speed, use his strength, just push forward, just bulldoze somebody.
Townie's defense really putting up a fight so far on this possession. And a quick flip over to Tyler Simon, who came on the end around. Cutting inside, he's got the first down as he goes to the side. He'll take it past the 30 for another Rams first down.
Little tap pass. We've seen it a lot with the New England Patriots, but that goes in the books as a pass completion. And Simon gets his first catch of the game. 11 yards for number 11.
So first down from the 31. Rams getting set. Recchioni's signaling for Fisher to get on side. Handoff to Gibbons. Cuts inside. Gains 9, 10. Give him more as he takes it across for another hard-fought Rams first down. They tried grab him by the jersey not long ago, and they tried there again, but Gibbons using his steam and his power this time to power ahead for another Rams first.
Yeah, and this Thanksgiving game, the future RB1 of this LaSalle Rams squad with James Lassiter graduating this year.
Yeah.
Gonna give him some good RB1 touches. It's already, I think, his 4th carry on this drive.
Looking like a mix of Eddie Lacy and Isaiah Crowell. I mentioned that at the
That's
game.
that's just such a dread thing to say, Only because he's got dreads.
Hey, it fits, though. He's got the power
What
like
about
both
Chris
backs.
Johnson,
Chris Johnson's a good
he
one.
has the lightning speed, though. Tough to run a 4.2 40.
Gibbons with the ball again on the handoff, cutting back upfield. And steadily gaining more yards each time they give him the rock.
Oh, yeah.
Production's only increasing as time goes on in this possession. And gain of about 5 or they'll give him 6.
That's 6.
2nd and 4. Or never mind, they're going to give him the full 7.
All right, well.
They keep changing it up.
There's
on
always
us.
some stick men over here. It's tough to be a stick man. It's tough to be a ref,
Yeah.
Everyone's human, especially me. Good run by Gibbons. So like you said, he looks like he's getting more yards, getting more confidence after each and every carry here in this first quarter. 90 seconds left in the quarter, so let's see if they can punch him before then.
Fakes the handoff on the play action, and he's tackled down to the field. Number 87. Give credit to the sack to Jasper Chikuin.
Jasper Chikuin, the junior, getting in there. And it's a huge sack right there. He really wrapped him down, like you said, brought him down right to the grass. And never really had a chance for Recchione to get rid of that. Just blowing up that strong LaSalle offensive line. This team does not allow a lot of sacks, so it's a great play by Chikuin.
So it was a 2nd and 3, just became a 3rd and 11. And the loss of yards, we'll see if the Rams can make do after that first sack of today's game. Only under 40 seconds to go. Recchione throws to Fisher on the side. Fisher, a hard stiff arm as the ball's fumbled. It'll roll out of bounds. And that'll bring up 4th and short.
And we've seen a couple times with Fisher on those. Saw on 4th and 4 earlier this drive. Now another 4th and 3 this drive. But just throwing that screen to Fisher, trying to, count on his strength, his tackle break ability to try to churn the legs and get a first down, but it didn't work right there. 4th and 3 now.
28 seconds to go in the first quarter. 4th and short. Townie's looking to make a key stop here.
It'd be a 31-yard attempt for Wallace. We're going to keep the offense out on the field right now.
Ooh, nearly an encroachment. Fisher looking to the sideline for an audible. And timeout, LaSalle. And while they take a timeout, we'll take ourselves a quick timeout. You're watching Fans Only Sports Network's Thanksgiving Day coverage between the East Providence Townies and the LaSalle Academy Rams. And the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Comes in, fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score!
Cornell down the field, end zone. That is a touchdown.
And welcome back after the timeout. 4th and 3 coming up for the Rams. Lassiter in the backfield. And they'll give it to him. James L. Lassiter cutting to the sideline. Stiff arm. Flag thrown as he scampers across to the pylon. It will be called a touchdown, but the flag will bring the penalty. The penalty will move the ball back. So the touchdown negated. And that's a 10-yard penalty on the hold.
Give me 10 yards. Going to push us back to the 20. Let's see if they want to get Wallace out here. Maybe a little, field goal on Thanksgiving. It'll be about 40 yards from here, depending on where they spot it. But, Lassiter, another prime example of what he can do. A little tiptoe down the sideline, staying in bounds.
And taking it all the way to the pylon.
Just a beast.
So, gave him about a 7-yard penalty on that. Interesting. And the offense will come back out.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure. A lot of these holding locations are questionable.
And
this might be an official timeout.
An official timeout as they're trying to talk it over. It looks to be East Providence's head coach. And they're good to go. 4th and 10 from the 20. Recchione has time, but he'll be called up and thrown to the turf. sacked again. Second time this drive. First contact was Andrew Espada. And that'll be a turnover on downs.
Yup, Espada and Chicoine getting in there, getting the big boy sack. Number 2 on the drive, number 2 in the red zone for this East Providence defense. Now a legitimate chance for them to take the lead. They can get a good drive going here. What a stop by EP's defense.
It was a great stop.
Bending but not breaking. You know, a lot of first downs on the drive, but
and definitely
got to stop when it mattered.
A little unexpected, but the Townies putting up a big fight on the reigning state champs of Division I.
Should be the last play of the quarter right here.
Almost making a case to go to Division I, East Providence.
Maybe.
Whiting.
It's a very exclusive club.
And he'll hand it off to Yusuf Abdullah. Abdullah has a great set of blocks as he'll go out of bounds at about the 45. 6 seconds to go in quarter number 1.
You saw that he was pointing for his block. He wanted it. And he knew the hole right when he saw it bursting through.
First and 10. After that nice run from Yusuf Abdullah. Maxwell Whiting surveys and gets set. Has a man in motion, that's Johnson, and he'll cut back to his original position. Johnson again. Hands it off this time to Clark. Clark a gain of 5. That'll bring up 2nd and 5, and that's going to end quarter number 1 from Pierce Memorial Field here in East Providence. Your score, 7-6 as quarter number 1 comes to an end. And we're 1 quarter through our Turkey Day festivities here on Fans Only Sports. We're going to take a commercial break and be back for the start of the second quarter. In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Oh, Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
In, fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score!
Cornell down the field, end zone. That is a touchdown.
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Oh, Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone.
And welcome back, 2nd and 5, the spot of the ball.
Not too much field movement here with being at midfield.
Stephen Clark with the ball again. He'll gain about 1 or 2 on the play. The Townies do move the ball across midfield, but I'll bring up an interesting 3rd and 3.
Yeah, let's see how EP wants to approach this one here. I mean, only 1 pass all game for them. Surely it'll probably be a run up the gut with one of their backs.
And that 1 pass of the game did lead to their score in this one. Whiting on 3rd and 3. Rams defense scampers as Johnson goes in motion, trying to adjust. Johnson again. Hand off to Clark. Stephen Clark. No, Johnson this time faked me out on the end around as he goes out of bounds. Enough for the first, and sideline looks like they're looking for some laundry to be thrown. Referees are going to show some restraint. It's enough for a Townies first.
And that's Maury Fortes right there. We saw him with the game-winning pick the other week, laying a shot on Johnson. And some of these East Providence fans are not happy about that down below.
No, it didn't sound it at all.
It's a great run. It's a great setup. You know, the fake and then the toss to Johnson. That's a great 3rd down call. And sick, man, you can see right there. They say they have their 6-8 4th down. Got to figure that out.
So 1st down. Whiting, another throw. Throwing deep to the side, and it'll go out of bounds. Pass was intended for Jaden or FC?
See what the flag is.
So the Rams committed defensive holding penalty. That should be a 5-yard penalty against them.
Sure will be.
Or they might
That's
give him
already-
10.
Yeah, I think it actually, let's see.
They give him a 10-yard penalty, and that moves the sticks.
Yeah, no, it is 10 yards in high school football. I forgot about that.
Not sure why the chain gang hasn't really started moving.
Gonna have to fix that. All right, let's get over there.
There we
they're
go.
hustling. They're hustling.
And the handoff to Clark. Up the gut, trying to churn the legs forward. He's met by at least a quadruplet of Rams. And so a 2-yard carry will bring up 2nd and 8.
That's Clark's game right there. Churn legs, see what you can get. But like I said earlier, I mean, this was Salle Rams defensive line, a lot of big boys, very formidable unit. And most of their success today in the run game has come from the outside. I mean, Yusuf Abdullah turning off 2 20-yard carries, running off tackle. See if they want to go back to it right here on 2nd down.
2nd and 8, play action, another throw. And this one caught low to the turf by Clark. Calling his name again. And it looks like they'll give him the reception. A gain of about 1 or 2 will bring up 3rd. About 6 or 7. So 3rd down and 6 for the Townies. Rams looking for the stop as the Townies did them. Both in similar positions. Whiting under center. And he'll take it himself, a QB keeper. And a flip off over to Abdullah. And they'll take it to the 10. That's enough for a Townies first.
Yes, sir. Another big play right there.
A nice pitch.
And they're doing that option play. That was a little more delayed one. You saw Whiting running for about 2 yards before he even pitched it off. Nice little lateral, great audible, and great job by Whiting seeing that open field and giving it to his playmaker. Yusuf Abdullah, probably the fastest dude on this team. Set up their 2nd goal to go already against the LaSalle Rams.
1st and goal, Johnson. Whiting calling an audible at the line. He'll give it to Clark. Clark met immediately. He'll probably gain about 1 or 2 once again. So I'll bring up 2nd and goal. Clock ticking with 2nd and goal. Johnson, and the ball was fumbled at the line. Not really sure if that was intended. There are no flags, so.
Yup. I was going to say that should have definitely been a false start, but I don't think it should have. I mean, I think the center was the only one who moved, and unfortunately when the center moves, the ball comes out, and good job by Whiting getting on top of it. But that's a tough 2nd down play. Wasted play, if you will.
Yeah, free play for the Rams, as that'll bring up 3rd and goal from the 9.
We're already sitting on about minute 6 of this drive so far for East Providence. This is a great drive, and it's not the type of something that's to help you punch it in.
See if they cap it off. Throw to the left to Abdullah. Abdullah trying to take it to the sideline. Spins around, taking it across. Did he get? There's the signal.
Yes,
touchdown, Yusuf Abdullah. And the Townies take the lead.
What a great job by Abdullah, staying upright, not giving up on the play, and just getting that ball right over the goal line. I thought he was a little bit short, seeing from those white jerseys.
Score 12-7 with 7:47 left to go here in the 2nd quarter. On Turkey Day, the Townies take the lead over the defending state champs, and they elect to go for 2 to make it a full 7-point game. Whiting scrambles to the right. The throw to Abdullah, he's in. 2-point try is good. And the Townies take a 14-7 lead over the LaSalle Rams.
I mean, hey, Chet, this is a show we got right now. Now LaSalle's be playing from behind, and there's something that they never do is play from behind. And East Providence, they've surprised a lot of people. I'm sure they even surprised their own friends and family today on Thanksgiving morning against LaSalle. But what a story it's been for the Townies. I mean, you get 2 really long, good drives, doing it all on the ground for the most part. And but 2 pass touchdowns for Whiting, still, and it's been great for the Townies.
It's been a great day for them so far, and they'll get set to send this back to the Rams. Rams playing from behind. It's the first time we've seen it in a while, especially considering the circumstances of what happened last week for them. Duarte for the kickoff. And he'll send this back to the Rams. This one taking a roll, and it'll be spotted by Chase Govan. And Govan tackled down just shy of the 40 at about the 39-yard line. So, Tim.
Yes, sir.
This Rams unit is playing from behind right now. They've had some pretty good drive. They had a pretty good drive before. Both of them were solid, but what are you looking for differently here?
Just when you have that many big guys in your offensive line, you can't let up sacks. I mean, look at those guys right there. And you saw 2 really crucial sacks on the last drive on second down and then on fourth down. And Vecchione needs some time to throw because he can deliver that ball.
Vecchione gives it to Lassiter. Lassiter with some guards blocking the edge, and he'll gain about 2 or 3. I'll bring up second down.
I think it's almost 5, about 4. That's a long 3, it looks like.
Yeah.
But that's just James Zell. I mean, you can see him right there leading his blockers, following them. He's got tremendous vision. And that's why he got in the end zone on the third play of the game. But it's been slow for the Rams since. And I think you got to get the ball more in his hands if you want to win this game, if it even matters to them. I mean, they already won the championship. But, we saw Gibbons get the bulk of the carries last possession. Now we got Lassiter out there doing what he does best.
So 2nd and 6. Vecchione fakes the handoff to Lassiter. Scrambles to the right. Pass intended for Brady Fisher as it goes through the hands. It'll bring up third down.
A little bit high there, but that's a catch. That's a ball that Fisher's got to catch. Getting up there, and he's a strong kid. He can get some room to run and lower his shoulder and get that first down. But now third down, and LaSalle, they've been decent on third down. They had their touchdown on third down, but last possession they struggled a little bit. Had it brought to fourth a couple times, and hopefully for the Rams, they're trying to avoid that on this possession as well. Not try to get the fourth down.
3rd and 6. Rams break the huddle. Vecchione in the shotgun. Stepping back. Has some time. He'll throw it to the side as the man fell to his knees. Pass was intended
Denson.
for Justin Denson. Lost his footing. Nearly caught as he fell to the turf.
That would have been a highlight reel catch if he was able to come down with that one, but like you said, Chet lost his footing. Tough catch to make when you're on your knees, but that's just what Sal's been doing all game. Their bread and butter, going through that curl route, that off coverage, short stuff, trying to get a man open right off the bat. Now it's fourth down again.
So another fourth down for the Rams. They send Simon in motion. And he's got Govan. Govan up the gut. A lot of spaces. He has the first down and more. Stiff arms through, spins around, and thrown past the 15 to the 14. A long gain on a quick reception. And a Rams first down. They designed the same play route, Tim, that we saw Lassiter score on their first drive.
Yeah, a little screen right up the middle of the field, getting blockers. But that's now twice, like you said. Last time we saw Lassiter, twice that Townie's defense let up a crucial play on third or fourth down on that same concept.
Hand off to Lassiter, up the gut. Use that burst of energy to gain a few more extra yards, and I'll bring up second down. 2nd and 2. Gives it to Lassiter again. Cuts to the right. Spins around and across for the score.
Wow, what a run by Lassiter. Wow.
Never lost the balance or the footing, and he brings the Rams back within 1.
Just made it look easy right there. Spun out of it, a lot of trouble right there. Should have never even been a touchdown on that play, but Lassiter, 2 words once again, man. Weight room.
Took about, yeah, it's really getting
Just
those
stronger
squats
than
in.
your team's favorite player.
Only took him a
right
minute
there.
and a half to drive down the field, and Wallace to set up to tie the game up at 14 apiece. The snap, kick, right down Broadway, it's good. 14 all. Your score here from Pierce Memorial Field. And only 6:46 to go, or 6:06, excuse me, to go in half number 1. And Tim, it's really been a back and forth power struggle in this one, but it's led to a very contested Thanksgiving Day game.
Sure has. It's been a back and forth game indeed. Great Thanksgiving classic already on our hands this morning. Sitting at 14 apiece, and you love any game where you get 4 touchdowns and a half, let alone the first half on Thanksgiving. The early morning sunrise really helping both these teams out.
Yeah, and it's slowly starting to warm up over time. We're going to get you some live updates here.
I was actually doing the same thing. Cranston East and Cranston West.
14-6 as West leads East. And then
Westbrook and Coventry as well.
14-6 as well.
Onside kick.
An onside kick.
Oh. He's got on top of it. That was
Providence.
close.
That was close.
Salle came rushing in hard right there.
Salle trying to catch the Townies sleeping. It goes to no avail as the Townies get a hold of that. And the score update from Coventry. The Okers lead the Wizards by a score of 13-0. And the Townies will come back out here after a little time to really prep themselves on the bench. And they'll look to try and take the lead once again. Whiting fakes the handoff to Abdullah. He'll scramble to the near side. And he'll be taken down at just about the original line of scrimmage. He might gain a yard. We'll give him 2. Or 1 in this case. 2nd and 9. Looked like a design QB scramble. Only gains a yard. In fact, they'll actually say he lost a yard, so 2nd and 11.
Another little fumbled snap for Whiting.
And Whiting fumbling the ball at the snap again. I'll bring up 3rd down. A loss of about 2. 3rd and 13.
3rd down and 13.
And just like that, I mean, just self-inflicted wounds from East Providence. It's 2 fumbled snaps on back-to-back drives, and this would be a huge conversion, but even bigger stop for LaSalle that can stop
Whiting, the pass to the far side to Abdullah, who tries to juke around.
Flag.
And he'll get back to the original line. Flags thrown. And you can see LaSalle's head coach signaling to decline the penalty. It's a false start. Penalty declined. So rules different in high school. NFL, it's just an automatic. You push the yardage back regardless. You can't accept or decline.
Maybe an illegal formation, actually, with the way they were set up on the line of scrimmage, those receivers on the outside. But
so that brings up 4th and 9. The Townies, no surprise, are electing to go for it.
No, they're punting this, brother. This is a punt.
Oh, they are? No, I couldn't tell. I couldn't tell for a moment. And the kick. It's a shanked kick as it rolls past the 40. Spotted it at the 36 of LaSalle. And that's where the Rams will start their next possession. Rams, they scored last time with just about a minute and a half after the Townies managed to take the lead. This kind of leads all roads to LaSalle retaking this lead back, Tim.
Yeah, and, you know, especially with East Providence getting the ball at the end of the second half, LaSalle is going to try to work some clock right here, get on the board and take the lead, try to secure this game and put themselves in a great position when quarter number 3 begins. You got to look ahead, got to be proactive, and try to scheme up a really good drive right here when you're the defending champs, or the current champs, as I should say.
The reigning champs.
The reigning, defending, current, you know. It was like last week. I guess it's all the same stuff.
Yeah.
But, I'm sure they're going to be able to drop a good drive right here.
Lassiter up the gut, takes it to the right, and he'll gain about 2, so that'll bring up 2nd and 8. Already has over 100 yards of scrimmage.
Sure does. It's just James L for you. I mean, but, you know, this was Salle team, like I said earlier, you know, doing a good job, you know, getting people involved in this game, especially the running backs, with Gibbons getting a lot of the carries. Probably will be the starter next year for the Rams running back position, but James L getting his last high school touches in this game.
Recchioni over the top, has a man, that's Denson. Denson using the speed, plenty of space. And he'll be corralled and brought down as he continued to fight for yards. That's a gain of over 20.
28 yards right there for Denson. And, you know, we've seen him have a lot of short catches and not finding a lot of open room. And right there, found a lot of green grasses, great setup on the deep curl route for the Rams, and Denson making something happen after the catch. I think it's his 5th catch of the first half.
And the grass is getting ever greener as they march closer and closer to the red zone. But timeout called here by LaSalle. When they take a timeout, we'll get a word from today's game sponsors. Today's game is brought to you in part by The Local in East Providence, Rhode Island.
Right here in EP.
Shamrock Home Loans. Go to shamrockhomeloans.com for more. By MLC. By Perino Properties. Mention Fans Only Sports Network and get a $500 credit towards buying or selling your home. And those are today's game sponsors here from East Providence.
And not picturing the game sponsors, our very own RR Elite Recruits. If you are a high school athlete looking to be seen at the next level, sign up for RR Elite Recruits today with access to 38 NCAA sports, 3,000 coaches.
80,000 coaches and 3,000 schools.
80,000 coaches.
And 38 NCAA sports.
Yes, sir. Now 3:39 left in the half. LaSalle, they're just churning with ease right now. They have such a well-ran offense, great engine on this LaSalle team, man. They're a good football team.
Recchioni gives it to Lassiter, taking it to the right over to the sideline, using the speed to continue to power forward. And it looks like he easily has enough for that first down, but they will call him shy. So a gain of 9 will bring up 2nd and 1.
It's a long 1.5 yards, 2 yards right there.
Recchioni, quick pass to Fisher. Fisher has the first down and more. Fisher spinning through 2 tackles, spins through a 3rd, and finally brought down on the sideline.
He was getting acrobatic right there. I mean, spinning through and making something happen, and broke 3 times. He has been doing that all game, all season too. And you see that formation right there. I mean, that was an interesting formation. You had 3 trips to the left, bunched up. You had Mason Mangianti, the big number 76, out there blocking for Fisher. You know, lining up that left tackle out wide, and that is just great play concept, great execution. And now another 1st and goal for the Rams.
1st and goal from about the 7. And scrambling to the right, Recchioni. Oh, a one-handed snag from Fisher as he gains 2.
We've seen that before, one-handed snags. That one was pretty dope. Snagging it up top with the right hand, but couldn't make anything happen afterwards.
So 2nd and goal from the 5. One man split out to the left. That's Govan. And the handoff to Gibbons. Gibbons on the edge. Gibbons across for a Rams score.
Jared Gibbons, touchdown, Rams.
Jared Gibbons getting in. You know, that's one of the future men of this run game for LaSalle. And right there, wide open hole on the left side and just walking in for the easy 6. That's great blocking from the Rams offensive line all drive. And Jared Gibbons capping it off, the cherry on top, to give them the lead once again.
So Maxwell Lawrence getting set for the extra point attempt.
I got that song in my head right now. I can lift you up. Let me show you where you wanna be. I don't even know, man.
And the kick is up right down the middle. It's good. Rams take a 21-14 lead after being down 14-7.
Good kicker they got, Wallace. You know, probably one of the best ones in Rhode Island.
So the Rams answer back quickly after being down 14-7. 2 unanswered scores as they lead here on Turkey Day with 2:21 to go in the first half.
Zennies and Abora back deep for the Townies to receive Wallace's kick.
And an onside kick once again. And recovered by East Providence.
So I'll get a 2-minute drill for Max Whiting and East Providence. Should be a fun one. 2-minute drill, 2-minute offense right before the half, and great starting field position as well. So leaves them a lot of room to not play conservative and take a nice couple of shots at pay dirt here.
First and 10 for the Townies, just shy of the 50. Fakes the handoff to Abdullah. He'll throw it to Abdullah behind the line. Abdullah taking it past the line of scrimmage, has the first down and more as he goes out of bounds. And the Townies move the chains effectively with a quick first play.
Yeah, great setup right there. Usually when you fake it to your running back, you know, going across their body, you kind of eliminate him from the equation as a pass catcher. I don't know why he went back to 12 minutes. What the heck, dude?
Under 2 minutes
went
now.
Back to 12 minutes on the scoreboard. I'll fix it. But no, I'll fix it, chat, man. We'll be good. What time is it? Oh, it's still counting down, huh?
And Whiting looks to throw. Has Abdullah again! And Abdullah with another first down catch.
Yeah, that was pretty right there. Back-to-back for Abdullah. And they are clicking right now.
And the timeout called by East Providence.
Allows me to fix our time.
So while they take a timeout, we'll take a timeout ourselves. You're watching Fans Only Sports Network. And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Oh, Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score!
Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
All right, I'll just bring us back. So 2 straight first downs have resulted in the Townies at where they are inside the 30. Whiting scrambles. He'll keep it himself, taking it to the side, out of bounds past the 20. And a gain of about 8 or 9.
You know, we've seen Max Whiting do that a few times today on the keeper, and you know, this East Providence 2-minute drill, only about 30 seconds in, but it has been phenomenal so far. So far, so good.
And stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen, for East Providence's halftime show here on Thanksgiving Day. We'll be staying live here for that before the start of the second half. Whiting has Abdullah in motion, looks to throw. He'll instead keep it again, going up the gut, scampering around, doing a whole lot of dancing. And looks like he'll still be shy of a first down. If anything, no gain.
Going to go in the books as a sack. First of the game for this LaSalle defense, but EP, they've been great on third down. They got to get it here. This is the biggest third down of their first half so far.
3rd and 3. Man in motion. Whiting. A nice toss play again to Johnson.
Oh, what a tackle.
And Johnson met immediately by big number 57.
It's actually number 10.
Number 10.
Right there.
That's
Simoy Stitchell making the trip right behind the line of scrimmage. What a tackle that was to trip him up. And I think it's timeout was called. It's a loss of 4. And that's a tough play. I mean, they've tried that fake handoff, flip to the either side off tackle, and it's worked for them all morning so far. I was going to say afternoon, but it's still the morning.
Yeah, it's
all morning so far.
still the morning.
Right there, Stitchell. What a tackle it was right there at the shoelaces, because there was a lot of green grass for the first down. But hey, 4th down now, big play. Probably going to air it out.
Fourth and about 6 or 7. Another big play coming up for the Townies. Whiting. Pass here. Scrambles to the right with the throw to Abdullah. Connects. Thrown down to the turf. Is it enough for the first?
Very close. I think they're going to give it to him.
Pretty close.
Let's see.
And our head referee taking a look.
I think he was a little bit
And
short.
they're going to have to do a measurement.
Chain gang coming out. We love a nice chain gang. We had one the other week.
Yeah.
NK LaSalle, and it was a huge 4th down stop for the Skippers.
And we'll see if
Inches
this is
away.
a huge 4th down stop for the Rams.
I think he's a little bit shy of the sticks, personally. I think he was about 1/3 of a yard away, maybe like a foot away from getting to that first down marker. It was really close, but let's see.
This will definitely be a really close spot. And it's going to go back the other way. Rams defense making the key stop it needed to prevent any damage from occurring just before the half. And the offense will more likely come out here and just take a knee. And
I don't know about that. We'll see. But that's a great tackle. Great stop by the Rams defense.
coming up big again.
Coming up huge. But 40 seconds to do something funky here if they choose to. And with past attack like this, we can't rule it out. Let's see. And they have a good kicker in Max Wallace who can probably drill one from 30, maybe 40 yards away.
They're going to need a quick play to occur. Rams, Recchioni. Pass over the middle, brought down by Simon. Tyler Simon has the first down and more past the 30.
Now we'll get a timeout by LaSalle.
And this will be the third and final timeout by the Rams. While they take a timeout, we'll take another one ourselves. You're watching Fans Only Sports Network. And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Comes in, fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher.
And welcome back after that third and final timeout. Rams looking to make one last move before we reach the half. Pass over to Denson. As he's thrown out, he'll take it out of bounds. Stop the clock. Third and 1. And 28 seconds to go until half.
Second and 1.
Verrecchione. He whirls a deep one to Fisher, and it's just a step ahead. Incomplete.
I'll tell you what, you had him right there. Right at the fingertips of Fisher.
It was in the perfect spot. Only a place where he could get it as he got past both the safety and the corner. Just a little too much. Just a tad bit of mustard on that throw.
Tad bit of mustard, but ooh, I mean, one step away, that's a house call right there. You know, Fisher probably going to get brought down by a very much undersized corner.
Third and 1. Hand off to Gibbons. Gibbons got the first. He fumbles the ball as he's about to reach midfield to the 48. And the clock's not going to stop. They're going to have to get set quick. And they'll spike it with about 13 seconds to go. You might have to. You might have to throw up some Hail Marys. So after the QB spike, that'll make it 2nd and 10. Three wides on the near sideline. And they send Govan in motion. And they'll get it to Denson on the screen. Denson, a lot of space with the blocks. Denson, he'll take it to the house for the Rams score just before the half. Tim, hey, you weren't wrong. They marched right down the field and did exactly what you said.
That's already 7 first-half catches for Denson. You know, we saw him in our Instagram comments recently saying he was one of the best players in the state. Showed it right there, the catch and run. Having himself a half right now.
Absolutely. Already has about 7 or 8 receptions.
I think it's 6 or 7, but you know, right after that, let's set that block upfield from Fisher right there. I knew Denson with the speed, 6-foot race, a lot of green grass. That's going to be 6 points for the Rams. What a play for the half.
Maxwell Wallace getting set for the PAT. He's been 3 for 3. We'll see if he makes it 4 for 4.
He's going to have like 250 pass yards right now in his first half.
And Wallace, good for 4. The Rams have had 3 unanswered touchdowns ever since the Townies went up 14-7. So 2 seconds to go. Likely they're just going to try and either squib this one and go into the half with a 2-score lead.
Another onside kick and then Hail Mary, you know?
There's potential for that.
We'll have to recover it as well, but probably see a little bit of squib, like you said, Shay, get to the locker room or the end of the field.
And something to compliment on that last play was they kind of fooled me with sending, who was it? It was Govan in motion, and he kind of helped lead the blocks along with his other wide out. Denson was the intended target, so he was the only one split out over there, so he helped out with the guards getting set. He had 4 blockers. That's perfect right there. And squib. And it'll be flipped over, lateraled, and they're going to continue to lateral this one around. And that's going to conclude the half after a couple of lateral passes. And
Not
we
sure why they did that. That was a 2-touchdown game. I want to throw, but Evan Johnson still to get up. Oh man.
and he's down and in pain, and that's something we were hoping that we'd be looking to avoid here on Thanksgiving was any injuries. The game shies away from no one. So we'll take a quick halftime break and be back for the halftime show brought to you by the East Providence High School Marching Band. So we'll be back in just a moment here. Score 28-14 as the Salle Academy Rams lead the East Providence Townies here on Thanksgiving Day. We'll be back for the second half. The ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score!
Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
The ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score!
Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
The ball's loose. He'll cough it back up.
Half of my heart is in the fire. My heart is in the Happy Thanksgiving. It's pretty cool. Rats.
winners.
It sounded like it.
And if your number matches, please come up to the press box to claim your prize. The first ticket, 4, 4, 3.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Pierce Memorial Field. Following the halftime show, score 28-14.
And the second winner,
28-14 your score as the LaSalle Academy Rams lead the East Providence Townies here on Thanksgiving Day. And giving our halftime rating here of the chocolate chip pumpkin bread, Duffy, that Caroline Niehoff, our very own from Fans Only Sports Network, brought to us. What do you got for a rating on that?
It's a good 8.6, man.
Good 8.6.
I've never actually had like pumpkin bread, like chocolate chip.
A nice
to be
Dave
honest.
Portnoy review.
I've had like chocolate chip banana bread, but Caroline impressed me a lot. You know, it would be a higher rating if I had a relative to other pumpkin breads I've had. Well, I've never really tried this before, so I really do mess with it though. It's lit.
Yeah, I'm going to give it a solid 8.2. That's definitely one of the best pumpkin breads I've ever had. Like, without a doubt, my taste buds are just on fire right now. But I'm sure everybody's taste buds are fired up for some more football. So Wallace getting set for the kickoff. Send it back to the Townies. And we are back underway.
Long half.
The return will be brought up by Maddox Pacheco. Pacheco brings it up just shy of the 40. And that's where the return will begin.
I know. Who is that? Yeah, I know. I know like who texted. That's Isabel. She's in the league.
So that'll bring up 1st and 10 from just about the 39.
Let's see how EP wants to get this first drive in the second half. They got to get in the end zone on this drive.
Whiting.
Imperative.
The handoff to Clark up the gut. That's a gain of 10 already. Busts a 10-yard carry.
That's a great way to start it. I mean, Stephen Clark, the big, bulky back, maturing those legs, getting a great 11-yard gain right there. And right off rip for Stephen Clark. You know, I was talking about earlier in the game, you know, how this EP running attack would be against this stout LaSalle front seven, and they've been looking good all game.
1st and 10, the handoff to Johnson. Johnson to the right, taking it to the side, and he'll gain about 5 or 6 to bring up 2nd down.
You know, great to see Johnson back on the field. I mean, he got that scary little injury at the end of the first half on the kickoff, but good to see him back, up and running, up and loading for this unit, for this offensive unit.
So 2nd and about 6, or 2nd and 5, we'll give it. Whiting. With Johnson in motion, giving it to Clark up the gut. Stephen Clark looks like he should have enough for another Townie first. And that is good for a East Providence 1st down.
Love the scenes here in EP. Got the little lake right next to the school, man. Good vibes. Good thing we're not in Riverside though. I mean, remember we were in Riverside doing that Providence College Club baseball game? Remember that, Chet?
What's that? I'm sorry.
That PC club baseball game that was mad cold in Providence.
Oh my God.
Tough day.
That was a tough day.
Tough Sunday morning.
And the handoff this time to Yusuf Abdullah. Will gain a few.
About 6. And Abdullah, I mean, he's been a great factor today in the pass game. I haven't not seen it too much in the run game since his 2 long carries. You know, in the first and being the second quarter. But right there, nice gain for 7 yards right up the gut. More of an outside runner. You know, small body, but Fearless run right there.
Salle bring up 2nd down and 3. Whiting sends Abdullah. And fingers pointing from the defense. And it's going to be a timeout called by East Providence.
Tough to use a second half timeout that early.
Yeah, very early. Let's get a word from the game sponsors once again. Today's game sponsors are the local 478 Waterman Ave in East Providence, Rhode Island. By Shamrock Home Loans. Go to shamrockhomeloans.com for more. By MLC. By PerinoProperties.com. Mention Fans Only Sports and get $500 in credit towards buying or selling your home. And by our elite recruits with access to 3,000 schools, 80,000 coaches across 38 NCAA sports. For high school athletes looking to play at the next level, be seen by going to our elite recruits today.
Great platform we got, our elite recruits.
Whiting and flag thrown.
Gonna go against EP, I think.
Oh, and it looks like they're pointing at the defense. It looked like he might have crossed the neutral zone, and it's going to be a neutral zone infraction.
Yeah, I think it was Ja'Kai Washington.
And another flag.
Another flag. It's going to be against Awodi for talking too much. Wow. Might get an unsportsmanlike conduct right here, I believe.
And our sideline judge going to talk to our head official. Give us the word on that penalty.
What did they do?
So unsportsmanlike conduct to Carl. It's a 15-yard penalty already on top of the 5 to 10-yard penalty.
Yes, they're going to only take the unsportsmanlike. It's going to go all the way to 14, though. Wow. So another red zone trip for the Townies.
And a chance to bring it within 1 score.
They've been good so far in this area of the field today, scoring on both of their previous red zone trips.
Ball spotted at the 14. Man in motion, it's Abdullah who takes the handoff, and he'll be tackled down at about the 11, give him a gain of 3.
Again, Abdullah on the end around right there. And nice little gain.
Oh, chew. So I'll bring up 2nd and about 7. Abdullah again in motion. They'll give it to Johnson this time on the end around. Johnson. Gain a few. I'll bring up 3rd and about 5.
Ticket for the Junior Townie raffle should report to the concession stand. The number is 875-637. 875-637.
Raffle tickets, man, 875-637. Okay.
Up the gut. Nope. Keeper this time by Whiting. He's going to throw it to the corner. A little too out of reach as the pass goes out of bounds.
I like the concept right there. It won't let me press 4th down for some reason. Oh, there we go. There we go.
Pass was intended for Jacob Poor, but thrown away, incomplete on the rollout pass. Fourth and 5. The Townies elect to stay on the field. 2 wide, split out to the right. Whiting under center. Scrambling to the right side. Has a lot of pressure there. He's going to have to go up the gut. He's still looking for a man. Has him wide open in the end zone. It's Yusuf Abdullah.
What a great play by Whiting, stepping up in the pocket. improvisation and finding his go-to man, Abdullah, who's been doing it all game long in the end zone for the touchdown.
And the Townies, an extra point away from bringing it within 7. They are already within 1 possession as they trail by 8. But coming right out of the half, Tim, that's the drive they needed.
Yeah, that's a great drive. Excellent drive indeed. And on 4th down, they've converted a couple of those today in Whiting with touchdown pass number 3. You know, I like this call. Go for 2, make it a 6-point game if they can get it here. Analytics, baby. That's what they say. Go for 2 if you're down 14.
And they're going for the 2. Whiting up the gut on the keeper. The 2-point conversion is good. Brings the score within 6.
Whiting, he's so good at those fakes. And when he keeps to himself, it deceives almost everybody. I thought that was going to Clark right there up the gut, but 2 points. What a drive. What a must-have drive. And EP, they're right back in it.
They are. They're right back in this one. They gave up 3 unanswered scores in the first half after leading, but they managed to answer finally to bring themselves within 6. Duarte getting set to send this back to LaSalle. And Duarte sends this one towards the sideline, and that's going to be a penalty. Our
Can't do that.
First kick out of bounds of the day.
You think we'd have a little bit more at the East Providence Wind, but there was a close one earlier, but that one from Duarte hitting the sideline. Tough break for East Providence and good starting field position for the Rams. Shootout we got here. Over bettors are liking this one. But we saw this the other week when NK did the same thing twice. Well, Salle is going to declining and go for the re-kick.
Yep.
I remember we saw it and they kind of shot themselves in the foot and had it at the 13-yard line on their opening drive. But let's see if we can get another good kick here.
It's very interesting philosophy.
Yeah, I'm taking the penalty all day.
I
In
would
4,
be too.
honestly. Take the penalty in 4.
In 4, no doubt. And the kick.
Close again.
And it's going to go out of bounds again.
Come on, let's take the penalty, Coach.
At this point.
I think you got to.
We're just going to keep re-kicking.
Same result.
And they're going to do it again, all over again. Being very stubborn in their own ways. 2 straight kicks out of bounds. Wonder if we can get a third. But I guess that's a head coach who trusts his return team enough to make something happen.
Breaking news, Chet's mom tied his tie for him.
Yeah, so the word on the street is.
Honestly, my mom probably would too, but no, I YouTube reel it nowadays.
And Govin taking it to the right, far side. Govin still on his feet, and he'll take it to about the 40.
Big drive coming up for the Rams, trying to reassert their dominance in this game. And once again, likewise, we've seen it all game. Great starting field position for both these teams, and now Salle only about 60 yards away from pay dirt.
And on this play, a lot of hard physical movement there coming from Tyler Simon. And he'll gain about 4 on the play.
They love the end around. They've been doing it all game long. Simon has been the recipient of a couple of them. Good luck squeezing in there, Chet.
It's not going to happen.
Just trying to plug in his phone. I took the best spot on the
Yeah,
power
I just
strip.
need it for my rosters. I'm under 20. The throw brought down by Simon again, who has the first down and some. And the Rams move the chains.
Chat, my boy, sending the stream into our fantasy group chat. Trying to get as many viewers as we can up here. We just love calling the game. But Simon, you know, taking advantage of that soft coverage once again was Recchione and the Rams offense, and finding that soft spot in the middle of the field, getting to the six, and moving them with ease once again.
And we love sending that stream link out because, you know, we love to entertain people, like fans like you who have tuned into this one. Recchione on the play action. He's grabbed down. Look by his face mask. No flags thrown. Well, he'll be brought down by a trio of Townies. The big number 87 coming in once again for a second sack of the game.
Yep, Jasper Chacoyan, number 2 for him. And, you know, like I said earlier, it's really tough to get sacks on this LaSalle offensive line on Recchione, who's usually so good at getting rid of the ball. And right there, I mean, we just saw it. That's the 3rd sack of the game for this defense. Now a 2nd and 17.
So 2nd and 17 to come as Verrecchione gets set after the loss of 7. Sends Govin, and the ball's loose. High snap. And Verrecchione's going to have to fall on top of it. So now we're talking 3rd and very long.
Yeah, and that goes in the books as another sack. I mean, it's a tough mistake by the Rams. It's a bad snap over the head of Recchione. And now East Providence. I mean, I think this is the biggest play of the game for them so far. Getting a stop. And I can't do the math right now. It's 3rd down and 34 right now.
3rd and 34. Townie's in a great position. Verrecchione over to Fisher on the far side. Takes it past the line of scrimmage. Gets it near the original line.
Stepped out at some point.
Gain at least 15 to 20. And that'll set up 4th and about 12, I want to say. So a little bit extra. He stepped out a little bit sooner than I imagined.
So it goes in the books as a 13-yard gain. Punt team will certainly come out, unless they don't. Oh, my goodness. Are they going to go for this?
They're going to go for it. 4th and 20. They might have something cheeky up their sleeves.
I think a little pooch kick right now. And a flag.
Timeout.
It's a flag on the field.
And flag. Might be against East Providence.
Might be on their bench. Let's see, though.
Might be for crowding the field. And so the penalty was assessed, but no gain of yards.
Yep,
and Verrecchione fakes the punt. And he'll kick it anyways. And it'll scamper inside their own 50.
That may have been a 6-yard punt. I mean, we talked about Brady being his idol last week.
It's probably
a couple weeks ago.
It's probably the shortest punt we've seen all season.
Yeah,
too.
maybe you should have watched some of Brady's old pooch punts right there. That was tough, Dean. That was very tough for number 12. But
hey, that's a good point right there.
I called it though. I said pooch punt, and it was just nothing like a punt. That was tough. I mean, some hesitated at first, just got rid of it right off the bat, and EP set up pristinely right now.
Townies trail by 6. They scored on their first possession. The handoff is to Yusuf Abdullah with some key blocks. Has the first down and more. Flag thrown.
There's a flag. And I think there's a little face mask on LaSalle. EP wants it, but I think the flag might be before that. Let's see.
And another flag thrown.
I think they might call for the block. I think the flag came before the face mask. But let's see what we got going here. It's a no face mask call.
So both penalties are against East Providence, one for holding and one for the sideline. Second one on the same drive.
Yeah.
This is going to be a huge pushback. After they already gained a first down, that first down's negated. The sidelines, well, especially the stands, they're not happy about the call.
Wow, that's tough. So it's going from the original line of scrimmage and pushing back 15.
And yeah, there's some really unhappy fans down there right now. Wow. Very passionate about their hometown. So 1st and 17, the official ruling. And the Townies will try again. The handoff is to Abdullah. He'll take it to the right side. Same result as last. First down. Can he break it past the next man? He'll take it inside the 20. And the Townies move the chains an inch closer towards that red zone.
Hey, Abdullah said 1st and 17. Don't matter. I'm still doing my thing. Off tackle, running left. And I don't know where LaSalle is all game on the left side, their right side, but the left side of the line. They've been working on that left side all game. And Abdul with his 3rd run of 20 plus. What a game he's having against this vaunted LaSalle defense.
And the handoff to Clark. And he's going to get nothing out of that.
Brought down by Ja'Kai Washington. No game.
So
Try getting Clark involved a little bit, but you know, the momentum right now, all of East Providence. I mean, look at this. They were down 14 at halftime. Now we have a 6-point game and a chance for them to take the lead at home against the state champs. I mean, this is a great atmosphere to be in right now.
a rivalry of, they say, 80-plus years. Whiting scrambling to the right. As the pass to Clark complete for the first down. Oh, nearly tried to hurdle the pylon as he's thrown out of bounds inside the 5.
Took a shot right there, getting inside the 5-yard line. But they love that rollout that we've seen quite a few times today. And right there, great example. And Whiting, number 4, trying to get his 4th touchdown pass of the game right now.
First and goal inside the red zone. 4 yards to go till pay dirt. Whiting, the handoff to Clark. No, it's a keeper. Whiting scampers across for the Townies. And we are all tied up from Pierce Memorial Field.
Wow, wow, wow. What a turn of events, Chet. Oh.
By a flag thrown.
Hold up one sec.
And we're going to see if this play's even going to stand. And they're already looking at LaSalle. They're signaling towards East Providence. And so they're going to get pushed back. The
Wow.
touchdown negated after the penalty. So the Townies commit in a sportsmanlike conduct.
So touchdown still stands, though.
Oh, so this is for the point after.
Yep.
So the touchdown will stand. They're going to go for 2. 2 from the 18. Whiting has the time. The throw to Abdullah.
Oh, my goodness.
Did he hold on to it? No. They're going to say no good.
What a throw by Whiting, getting hit on the release, but
regardless, we are all tied up
we'll
here
have to
on Thanksgiving.
We'll have to watch that again on the fans-only replay. I don't know. I don't think Abdullah made a great play. Almost got in.
Yeah, we're going to have to go to New York to see. We're going to have to go to New York to see what the actual replay was, but The touchdown stands, and we are all tied up with 3:44 to go in the third quarter. What a game, Duffy. This has got to be, this is a crazy one. This is one for the books for you and I.
It's definitely is one for the books. One of the best games that me and you have had. We've had quite a few really good games in a row. The last 2 games that we've done, the ECFL Championship, LaSalle
This
NK,
kind of rivals that, honestly.
and this game too. I mean, those have been 3 back-to-back games with me and you at the helm. I mean, 8 touchdowns in the third quarter. I mean, this is a shootout right now.
And the kick from Duarte. It's taken as a squib. And a lateral. Over to Denson. And Denson sheds the tackle. He'll cut back in, breaks another one, and he'll finally go down, flags thrown after the play was over. And it's going to be an illegal block in the back.
Denson slow to get up. So we'll come back a few yards indeed, Chet. Chet, maybe you were right about earlier. EP making a Division I case right now, you know, for a movement, but they've looked great today.
So the ball spotted at about the 24-yard line.
24-yard line, first and 10.
So the Rams fell short on their first possession. Penalties shot themselves in the foot, allowing the game to get tied. Verrecchione fakes to Gibbons. He'll get it to Denson. Denson on the near side. Thrown down past the 30 to about the 31. And a gain of 6 on the reception.
Just trying to get the ball in their money man's hands right now. Justin Denson. LaSalle. This is the squad that was up 2 scores at the break. And they haven't squandered a lead like this all season long. They're trying to make a statement here. Can't wait to start the drive. Nice 7-yard gain.
2nd and 4 for Verrecchione and crew. The handoff to Jared Gibbons. Gibbons first down and more as he spins forward to about the 45. Spot him at the 44. And the Rams move the chains.
Jared Gibbons picks up a Ram first down. Ball's at the 44.
Just about 2.5 to go here in quarter number 3. And we've got ourselves a tight and contested one, ladies and gentlemen. Play action. Over to Simon. Simon wrapped up immediately behind the line as he's thrown forward. No gain.
Yeah, and Justin Denson not getting the blocker there on Resendez, but didn't want to get the offensive pass interference. Missed time the block, and only a 1-yard gain for Simon. A couple minutes to go in this third quarter. It's just been a total change of momentum and a turn of events here in the period. What a game. What a great game.
Absolutely. So they gave him a yard. 2nd and 9. The handoff is to Gibbons. He runs right into his own men in at the tackle and brought down behind the line, bringing up 3rd down. And Gibbons limping off the field a little bit after that last play. So that'll bring up 3rd and 9. No gain on the run.
It's the big guy, Espada, right up, clogging up that hole with the nose tackle. He's been doing it all game, and now 3rd down. This is huge.
Verrecchione to Fisher on the far side. Verrecchione hurdles a man as he has the first down and more, going out of bounds past the 40. And the Rams pick up another first. You have to compliment Brady Fisher's athletic ability because he's just a beast.
And that's been their 3rd down play all game long. Their bread and butter, that quick screen to Fisher, see what he can do. The strong, big guy get on the sideline, and the hurdle there, get a little bit cheeky. Now we got the formation where we have some linemen set out wide.
And a timeout called as the no huddle was called by the Rams. Townies take the timeout. We'll take a timeout ourselves. 28 all between the Townies and the Rams. We'll be back in just a moment. In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Oh, Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score!
Cornell down the field, end zone. That is a touchdown.
And welcome back to Thanksgiving Day football. First down as the Rams picked it up off the back of Brady Fisher, a man in motion. Verrecchione looks to throw, gets it to the man in motion, a hard stiff arm, and brought down to the turf is number 44, Amar Forts.
You know, we've seen Amari Fortes. I mean, the game-winning pick the other week. Doesn't get a lot of offensive snaps, but right there getting the ball and nowhere to go. Clogged up immediately for a loss of about, it's a long yard he just lost there, and probably got a good play or two remaining in this third quarter, depending on how the Rams want to play this.
So 2nd and 11. And Forte is heading to the sideline. And the Rams get set on 2nd and 11. Simon in motion. And Verrecchione has time. Pressure as he scrambles. Gets this one deep to Fisher. And it goes right through the mitts.
Oh, he had him again.
The bread basket was ready, but it just went right through to the turf.
That's twice now that Verrecchione has had Fisher down the field, just not on the same page. With that one, a drop from Fisher. It's the first one a little bit out of reach for him in the first half, but it's a ball that Fisher's got to come down with. I mean, maybe it was the sun in his eyes or something, but that's a tough drop.
And it's just a simple mistake that most players make. Use the hands as opposed to the body. Fisher elected his body, however. Trips set out to the far side. Handoff to Lassiter. And he'll be stopped for no gain. First time we've seen a play like that happen for James L. And so that will end the third quarter. 4th and 11 going to be the spot of the ball when we return. We're all tied up here from Pierce Memorial Field on Thanksgiving. 28-all between the East Providence Townies and the Salle Academy Rams here on Fans Only Sports Network. In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Oh, Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score!
Cornell down the field, end zone. That is a touchdown.
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Oh, Rodriguez rolls.
And we're back. 4th and 11. And pre-snap penalty. Townies jumped early. We've seen a lot of early jumps from the defensive lines, Tim. Not a lot of mistakes by the offensive lines.
Yeah, not a lot of false starts. And this is the third and fourth approach that we've seen today. That's a tough one. The tie game. 4th and 11, 4th and 6 is no joke. Big difference right there.
4th and 11 to 4th and 6 is no meme indeed as we get set. A much more manageable 4th down play coming. Verrecchione looking to throw. Has the time, gets it to Denson on the side who stays in. Scrambling up the sideline, spins through the tackle, and he'll take it across the plane for the touchdown.
What a play from Justin Denson, man. 2 words, what the cat? Wait, room. Stay in balance, The balance, tiptoeing on the sideline. I don't know how he's seen the balance in that play. But that's just an incredible play from Justin Denson.
And this very
Extend for the goal line at the end of the play with a man on his back. What a great football player. I think that's catch number 9 or 10 for him. He's an absolute beautiful game.
And this East Providence sideline that was once electric has fallen silent after that deep touchdown to Justin Denson. And now Maxwell Wallace getting set for the point after try. And another pre-snap penalty. Looks like it's going to be against Providence. And another encroachment penalty.
Can't believe that play. That's one of the best plays of the entire game right there. Arguably the best from Justin Denson. We've seen it from him all year as a playmaker, player to watch. And right there, I mean, it's just gorgeous. The catch itself, you know, with the defender draped on his back, staying in bounds, and the tightrope on the sideline, excellent. Just such a still champion of football right there.
And the kick from Wallace from downtown is up and right down Broadway. It is good. So the Rams, after allowing 2 quick scores to tie things up, retake the lead early in the fourth quarter. And Tim, what are we looking from this Townies possession? Because they've given the lead up multiple times today, but they've crawled back in each time.
Yeah, I mean, Townies' momentum is against them right now. We saw with Salle, that encroachment, maybe the 4th and 6 was huge. You know, they're not running that same play on 4th and 11. So they gotta pick themselves back up, the Townies, and I'm muted, huh?
You've been muted this whole time?
Damn, was I muted the whole? Well, what a play from Denson, by the way. I don't know if I was just muted now or like before.
I hope not.
No, just for the quarter, I think. I mean, we're only 1 play in, but yeah, I mean, what a great play. And the Townies got to keep their chin up. You know, the encroachment penalty was huge, make it 4th and 6 as opposed to 4th and 11. And you know, got to focus on the next drive. They've already scored twice on both their possessions this half. Try to make it 3 for 3 on this upcoming sequence.
So Wallace sends the kick back for Pacheco. Pacheco to take the ball upfield. Pacheco. It'll be thrown down at the 35, 36-yard line, and the Townies will attempt to tie things up once again. From the 35, Whiting getting set under center. And false start.
Don't want to do that.
Man jumped on the line.
Full start on the Townies. First and 15.
So 1st and 15. Whiting, the handoff to Clark, and it looked like the ball might have popped loose.
Well, Sal thinks they have it.
And it's still waiting for the signal.
And got on top of it.
And East Providence maintains possession.
EP got with a false start again right there at the bottom of the screen. Luckily, they got the football on the 2nd down. That was close.
So that'll bring up 2nd and 14 after the fumble, gain of about 1. Whiting has brought his team back into this game several times today, and he looks to do so once again. 5 stack the box for LaSalle as the handoff goes to Abdullah. Yusuf Abdullah takes it past the line of scrimmage, And it looks like he might have had enough of the first. He might be shy by a yard. And it looks like they'll call him short.
And EP wants some roughness. And one of the coaches tell him to start booing, with late hit out of bounds call. But Yusuf Abdul, I mean, just keeps on going strong. Sets up a 3rd down and about 2 right now.
So a gain of 12 or 13 will bring up 3rd and short. And the Townies look to pick up this 1st down and continue this long march downfield with just about under 10 minutes to go here in the final corner of this Thanksgiving Day matchup. And it's been quite a game, to say the least. They flip the receiver to the other side. And Whiting will keep it himself, take it across on the sneak. And good enough for a Townies first.
Yeah, I mean, Whiting just bulldozing those legs, moving hard, moving forward, getting the 1st down. And, a little bit of an unorthodox call on 3rd and 2. In a game like this, at least. Haven't seen too much of it, but right there it works.
1st and 10 from their own 47. Townies with the handoff to Clark. Nope, keeper, pitch out over to Abdullah. Taken to the side, and he'll be brought down at midfield after a gain of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Went right back to it. A little bit of a floater right there on the toss to Abdullah. Kind of stunted how far he was able to go with it, but a lot of white jerseys there. They were able to pick it up and force a short gain for this EP offense. Getting close here now. I mean, they're at midfield. They're better for the 3rd time this half on all 3 of their drives, and East Providence making this LaSalle defense look like, not the defending champs in a way.
Absolutely.
I don't think any public school has dropped, or any Rhode Island team has scored this much on LaSalle all season.
No gain on the carry, but a flag. And we'll see what our officials have put together on this call. And got a chop block penalty against the Townies.
Yeah, EP not liking that one right there. Probably the right call, though. But chop block, a lot different than a hold. This is going to be pushed back 15 yards.
Some score updates from our other 2 games. Cranston West leading Cranston East 28-12. And then at the end of West Warwick versus Coventry, Coventry completely shutting out the Wizards 34-0. That's the final from there. This one, the tightest of the bunch.
Hey, good thing we weren't there at that game.
And the handoff up the gut. And he'll probably only gain about 1. That was Stephen Clark on the carry. That'll be a 3rd and very long to come. I told my brother to pull the game on at home, see if he actually does.
Let's see.
Hopefully Matt Hitu is being based and actually playing this.
Matt Hitu's the base king.
He better be based for this one. Whiting under center. Stepping back, scrambling to the near side. He's going to throw this one deep for Pacheco, and it goes over the top of the secondary, incomplete. That's going to bring up 4th down and very long.
And they want a flag there for some contact, but
Whiting coming to the sideline. That all but signals the punting unit to come out here. And the Townies, that penalty on the chop block is what set them up where they are now. And that's definitely been the deflating factor of this possession.
And great coverage by Herlin Perry. He's been one of the best safeties in Rhode Island all year. And locking Pacheco down there is punting this one right now.
And Pacheco with the kick. This one shanked really hard to midfield, bouncing off the bench.
He is not happy about that one. In a close game like this, it's tough to have a punt like that shank out of bounds.
6-yard line of the Townies, where the Rams will take over first and 10.
Chet just really loving the text from his friends, you know. Mackey
Yeah.
too is based.
He's based if he's watching this game.
Shout out
right
to our
now.
girl Brittany T from Treehouse.
Yeah, big shout out.
Tuning in. Timeout EP.
So timeout called by EP. Score sits at 35-28 with 7:33 to go left in the fourth quarter. You're watching Fans Only Sports Network's live coverage between the East Providence Townies and the Salle Academy Rams. And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Oh, Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score!
Cornell down the field, end zone. That is a touchdown.
What was that? Jesus Christ. All right, let's go. Let's be great.
And
That's
we're
a
back.
long time. Jeez.
So 1st and 10 for the Rams as they get set up. For Ekione.
Double pass.
Over to Govin and a pass up the sideline. And it's dropped incomplete. Oh my goodness. Justin Denson could have had himself another highlight play.
That was set up perfectly. Chase Govin, double pass right immediately. Denson just alone downfield. There's a lot of green grass, and you know how he is in the open field. He's going to make some moves. And he's going to be mad about that drop. It would have been, I think, his 11th catch of the game. Tough sledding right there for the Rams. But a big break for the Townies.
2nd and 10. LaSalle getting set. They send Govin in motion. They give it to him. Govin with a key block from Lassiter. Or a fake block in that case. Lassiter didn't even touch the guy. He'll gain about 8 on the play, and that'll bring up 3rd in very manageable short situation.
Yeah, nice little tap pass again. We saw it earlier with Simon receiving the last one. McGovern on the end around, making some nice moves and making it 3rd and short. And you think LaSalle's going to want to work some clock here with just under 7 minutes to go in this one.
3rd down and 2. And the handoff is to Lassiter. We haven't seen him for a while, and that burst of speed will gain the Rams another first.
Like you said, Chet, haven't seen him in a while, but you know that's a big run, burst of speed, and Lassiter getting some green grass, getting the first. But you know he's coming off the field right now again. We've seen a lot of Gibbons today in terms of the Rams rushing attack, and now he's back out on the field for this first down.
Ferrecchione gives it to Gibbons. Jared Gibbons, flag thrown in the backfield as he's tackled down after a gain of 4 or 5. And it's going to be a hold against the offense.
Yeah, and we saw big Terrell Harris on the right side of the line falling on the grass afterwards. I think he was the doer of the hold, but let's see for sure if it's a hold. I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, it is. It is. Confirmed, signed, sealed, and delivered.
I already saw it. That's why.
I didn't even see it, honestly. But,
well, he gave the signal again.
But like you said earlier, Chet, I mean, not a lot of offensive penalties in this game in terms of false starts and holds, but I think that's only the second time we've seen a hold all morning or afternoon now. It's 12:09. We got some NFL football on in 20 minutes.
I know.
It's officially Thanksgiving, baby.
Verrecchione. Ooh, one nearly, it's tipped in the air and intercepted by Stephen Clark. Stephen Clark taking it down the sideline. Jukes a man. Stephen Clark, he has one man to beat. It's Justin Denson. Clark brings it within the 5, and the Townies are set up with 1st and goal.
Oh my goodness.
What a change of events here. Late in the game with 5:20 to go. The Townies set themselves up to tie things up.
Tip drill right there. It was still the masterpiece. Tip drill, then the block hunt from the Townies down the sideline. Clark, you saw him in a whole convoy of red jerseys and a lot of room to run. Got some help from his teammates and sets up a 1st and goal. I think you got to give Stephen Clark the touchdown right here. Give him the goal line carry right now. That's an excellent play, excellent tip drill. Vecchione trying to force that one into double coverage. But oh my goodness. Wow.
So they're set up on the 1-yard line. A chance to bring this within 1 with this score. 1st and goal from the 1. Whiting under center. Whiting will keep it across the plane. Did he break it? The signals are up. Touchdown, East Providence.
That's 5 touchdowns for Whiting now. 2 on the ground, 3 in the air, and what a game for number 4. Extra point away from tying this thing up. Unbelievable. What a change of events. What a turnaround.
So the touchdown stand.
They're going for 2.
35-34.
They're trying to take the lead right now.
And they're going to go for 2 to take the lead late in this one. Whiting.
It's actually Evan Johnson in the
under
shotgun.
Center. And
Fake.
Whiting scrambling to the left, looking for a man in the back of the end zone. Caught! No, it's not Stephen Clark.
That's Antonio Bearden, the freshman. No, yeah.
Joseph Cabral, number 22.
I'm looking at LaSalle, my bad.
With the 2-point try, and the Townies take a 1-point lead late in the 4th quarter. What a game it's been here from Pierce Memorial Field, ladies and gentlemen. This is not the result I would have expected from start to finish.
Sure isn't. And this is unbelievable. Yeah, it looked like EP was dead to right after the 4th down punt. But Vecchione with the crucial interception, a bad throw. And now a chance for him to have the game-winning drive. And this is the most points LaSalle has been scored on all season long. And this is unbelievable. 36 for EP on the board.
36-35. Once again, your score. The hosting East Providence Townies have retaken the lead for the first time since the 3rd quarter. Or actually since the 2nd. And the kick. Squibbed. And Denson. He's going to let this one roll back a bit.
Gotta pick it up. Got a lot of grass.
Denson heading towards the side. Denson trying to see some key blocks, and he'll just step out of bounds.
All right, let's see what the champs are made of right now.
And while we await for both sides to get set, let's get one final word from today's game sponsors. Today's game is brought to you in part by the local 478 Waterman Ave in East Providence, Rhode Island, by Shamrock Home Loans. Go to shamrockhomeloans.com for more. By MLC.
MLC.
By Perino Properties. Mention Fans Only Sports to get a $500 credit towards buying or selling your home. And finally, by our elite recruits with access to 3,000 schools, 80,000 coaches across 38 NCAA sports for high school athletes looking to be seen at the next level. Go to www.oureliterecruits.com today to sign for your profile. And that run gains about 4, so I'll bring up 2nd and 6. And hopefully he's tuned in by now, but hopefully Matt Hetu is based enough to watch this broadcast.
Forget Matt
with the
Hetu.
cousins.
He's not that based.
he's not that based. 2nd and 5. And the man in motion is Simon. Vecchione gets it to Brady Fisher. Fisher with key blocks. He'll cut back in, back towards the middle, taking it to the far side as he sheds multiple tackles. And he'll finally be pushed out of bounds at about the 26-yard line of East Providence.
Same concept all game. Just get Fish from the screen so we can do after the catch. Has a lot of rack yards today. And that's a huge gain for Fisher. He's definitely over 100 yards on the afternoon. adding some more right there with just over 4 to go. Let's see how LaSalle wants to do this. I mean, they have a good kicker in Max Wallace. They can settle for 3 and milk the clock down on 0-0s if they want. But I think they're going to try to get in the end zone and trust their defense to get a stop.
In high school, it's all about finding that end zone. Pistol formation. We haven't seen this in a while. The handoff is to Lassiter. James L. Lassiter, hard juke move, and he'll take this one to the sideline and out of bounds.
Lassiter scampers. Before stepping out of bounds. Very
Just James L. being Zell loading right there, loading into some more yards. Big gain of about 15 on the play. And I haven't seen him too much today in his final high school game, but when we have, he's been spectacular per usual.
So from the 10, that'll bring up 1st and goal. Verrecchione with Lassiter. He'll give it to Lassiter. Blocks, pulling off as the guard pulls over to the right side. Hard hit, trying to scamper across the plane, and the hands are up. He's across for the touchdown. Rams answer back quickly late in the game to take a score with 3:53 to make it 41-36.
Yeah, strong run. That is peak Rams football right there. Hard drive down the field. Only took about 4 plays to get in the end zone. Now they go for 2 to make it a 7-point contest. As they'll keep the offense out for sure on this 2-point attempt. Trying to draw something up. I think a timeout or injury timeout actually at the 1-yard line for a Townie.
Player down. And we'll take a quick timeout ourselves. Back in just a moment here on Fans Only Sports Network. And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score!
Cornell down the field, end zone. That is a touchdown.
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick.
And we're back after the break. Townie was down on the field, and that was number 23, Maddox Pacheco, and he's being helped off the field currently. So the Rams just scored on that previous play with a nice 10-yard carry from James L. Lassiter, and they retake the lead late in the game. 41-36 your score. And once again, I know we said it this is going to be the 3rd time now. If you're based, Matt Heatu, you better be watching.
All right,
this
we're done with
broadcast.
get this off your mind. This is the 4th quarter. Keep trying to get your brother to watch the game.
Oh, hush.
If he wanted to watch, he would have already been tuned in.
Oh, hush. You don't know him.
I do. I've
Brady
known him
Fisher in
pretty
motion.
much his whole life. You know him better, though.
And Verrecchione to Fisher. Oh, nearly mossed him there, but it's going to fall incomplete.
That was close. We almost got a little moss from Fisher. We saw it before, but if it was just a foot higher, that's probably a catch for Fisher. But great defense from Abdullah and the other defenders around on the play right there. Keeps it a 5-point game, and hey, let's see what EP's made of right now. I mean, touchdown would give him the lead, and we're in for a next fun 3:53.
If you're East Providence right now, Tim, you got 3:53 left in this one. What are you going to be doing if you're that head coach?
You gotta emphasize no penalties, no going backwards. You know, you can't get caught another hold on a 1st down or 2nd down. And, you know, just do what you got to do best. I mean, they've been running the ball on the outside, off tackle so well all game, up the middle as well. But I think off tackle has been their bread and butter, those outside carries all afternoon. This is a long game. I mean, we're already on, hour 2.5 right now, so.
Wallace with the kick, and it's a high one. It's going to be spotted by Yusuf Abdullah. Abdullah cuts back to the middle, has to cut back inside and up the field. And he's still on his feet, still churning forward as there's a whole bunch of people on top. And he'll finally get brought down past the 35 to about the 37. That's the spark of a return that you want.
Yeah, it took off some good seconds as well. That was a 15-second play right there on a kickoff return. Very rare occurrence. But Abdullah, really pushing the legs. And can Max Whiting, game-winning drive. He is 63 yards away from the end zone. They need it bad. This is a rivalry that's been pretty one-sided. LaSalle obviously being the juggernaut they are in Rhode Island. These Providence, this is a team that's impressed a lot of people this year. They've exceeded a lot of expectations. Some of their first game against St. Ray's, upsetting them in that game here, and this would be a tremendous victory for the East Providence football program if they win this game.
Let's see what the Townies are made of. Abdullah in motion with Whiting under center. Clark behind him. And the handoff is to Abdullah. Abdullah up the middle, and he'll be thrown forward for a gain about 3 or 4, bringing up second down. And Abdullah appears to be shaken up after the play. And he's still on the turf.
Yeah, it'd be tough to lose him in a game like this, in this type of situation, but now he's getting back up.
Appears to be all right, just a little shaken up.
It's a powerful young man. He'll get back up.
And they're going to check on him just in case. A lot of good games today, Duffy. This one definitely seems to be the best of the trio, as it's just been a back and forth affair all day long, and Abdullah is just going to take a seat.
He's back on the turf. Take a little break.
And while they take a look at him, we'll take a quick commercial break. We'll be back in just a moment. And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Oh, Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a.
And we're back. Yusuf Abdullah helped off the field, and he appears to be all right.
Chef, remind me to unmute my mic.
Yeah, actually got you to do it this
I
time.
know, you did. You're a good guy.
Hey, man, I'm just looking out for the team.
Looking out
That's
for
what
the
I do.
team.
Team
Look at-
player.
Team player, team homie.
Speaking of teams, we'll see what these Townies can do on this one. After a hard gain of 5, or 4 or 5, Whiting, excuse me. Whiting fakes the handoff. He sheds a tackle, has to keep scrambling, needs to find a man to throw this one. He'll just chuck this one away.
Oh, my
and it's
goodness.
brought down. Jacob Poor, the man who... He makes an incredible play on the sideline, the toe tapper, and keeps the Townies drive alive, and in fact moves the chains as a result.
Some toe drag swag right there, and we've seen it. Whiting in this game, the improvisation. What can he do when nothing's there, and he finds a man taking a pour on the sideline? What a perfect throw, perfect execution right there for the Townies. That's a must-have play right there. That's incredible.
Townies.
I thought he was going to throw that one away into the stands, but...
Whiting fakes the handoff once again. He'll throw this one to Stephen Clark. Clark, first down and more. Past the 20, and it'll be thrown out of bounds at about the 18-yard line. And the Townies are really starting to move along here.
Salle just has no answer for this Townie offense. The play action, the runs to the outside, up the middle. They've been hitting them in every facet of the game offensively. And for the first time all year, the Rams, they just have really no answer.
Absolutely none. Neither defenses seem to have any answer for either offense. And Whiting.
Yeah, 42 people watching this incredible game right now. Should be more.
And the handoff looks like it's to Clark. And Clark gains about 1 on the play.
Yeah, Demolo Wody was right in there to bring him down immediately. And tough there coming off the edge. All right.
2nd and 8. Whiting looks to throw this time. Has to scramble back to the left. He's going to keep it himself. Taking it up towards the side, and he'll be thrown out of bounds before he can try and reach that first down marker. Gain of about 2 or 3.
And clock will continue to roll, I believe. Yeah, it will. And, I mean, Whiting looks like he had a lot of real estate there. It's be enough to get the first down with Fisher. Closing that gap, coming from the outside, making a great tackle on the sideline. As we are under 90 seconds to go, Chet, on Thanksgiving.
This is quite a nail-biter. Under a minute and a half to go.
EP
County's trying to kill as much clock as they can to secure this win potentially on Thanksgiving.
EP, I still have 2 timeouts as well. They burn one early in the half and trying to use them at a timely time.
Whiting going to keep it right up the gut. He's still powering forward. He'll get it inside the 10. 1st and goal coming now for East Providence.
Well, Salle, if you're the Rams, might think about burning a timeout soon, but they're not gonna.
Under a minute to go now as the Townies move the chains. 50 seconds. This East Providence sideline getting fired up. Whiting has the man in motion. He'll give it to Abdullah, who comes back out. And he's thrown to the turf immediately.
What a tackle from Fisher again. No one's calling timeouts. There's 30 seconds
to go. The offense will not elect to use a timeout. It's under 25 now, and Whiting's just going to spike it with 21 seconds to go.
And if I'm not mistaken, I think EP had a couple of timeouts. Maybe just one, but they definitely didn't use all 3. That's the time you got to use the timeout. You can't spike it on 2nd and goal with such little time to go. I mean.
And a timeout called by LaSalle. They're going to talk things over.
Hey, we have some good post-game interview candidates, depending on how these next couple of plays go.
I know.
Oh man, what a game! It's gonna come down to this: can LaSalle, the state champs, get a goal line stand at the 10-yard line? That was a really tough play on the end around right there to bring them back 6 yards. But what a drive regardless. What a game for Max Whiting, win or lose against a team like this. A defense like this. I mean, 5 total touchdowns for the kid in his last ever high school game. Incredible.
So the defense separates. They look, ready to go. And now here comes the Townies offense on 3rd and goal. Who will walk away as the Turkey Bowl champion today from Pierce Memorial Field in East Providence?
Here we go, Chet. Big play.
Whiting scrambling to the right side, looking for an open man, has to cut back in with the pressure, runs into his own tackle. They have him by his jersey, and he's brought down to the turf with 12 seconds to go.
Yeah, no timeouts.
No timeouts, it's 4th down. The offense needs to get set now. Clock ticking. 3, 2, 1, and they spike it.
Spike it on 4th
with nothing,
down. No.
And that's the game.
No, he spiked it on 4th down. Oh.
And that should be the game. The referee already signaled that it's going the other way.
After all EP does, that's how the game ends.
And
I can't believe it.
And that's our final. 41-36. Your final score here from Pierce Memorial Field. The LaSalle Rams, the reigning Division I champions of this year in Division I, take down the East Providence Townies in a thrilling game, to say the least. Townies had a chance to come back and potentially win this one, but fall short. Tim, there's a lot to unpack here, but first off, what a game.
The other week we were talking about LaSalle and KB being the game of the year on FOSN. This is the game of the year probably on FOSN. It had everything. It had big offense, big defense, some big stops, great plays, and a lot of touchdowns. 11 touchdowns in this game. But the way it ended, I mean, Max Whiting. Oh, I mean, that's situational football right there. You got to throw it up in the end zone on 4th and goal. I just can't believe that's how it ended, man. It's just a tough way to end the season for the EP Townies. And I think everyone in this game will remember this game for a long time.
Absolutely. It's one for the history books, one to remember, and one for us to remember. From our Fans Only Sports Network family to yours, have a happy Thanksgiving, everybody. We thank you all for tuning in. Don't go anywhere, though. Be sure to check on the FOS Instagram page when we get some post-game interviews. But until then, we'll see you all for next year for football season, but we'll be back next week coming strong with high school hockey. Can't wait. We'll catch you all next time right here. Chris Hetu and Tim Duffy and Caroline Niehoff signing off from Pierce Memorial Field in East Providence, Rhode Island. Final score, LaSalle Rams 41, East Providence Townies 36.
Happy Thanksgiving and go Pats, baby.
Go Pats.